Hello guys, today I'm gonna record a POV VOD where I'll be playing from behind, and what you can expect to learn is basically recognize where the volatility is, use minute funds whenever you can, think from enemy perspective and trading, and if enemy jungle is around, play defensive. So as I'm behind this game, okay, as you can see I was like behind 3k at minute 8, and I would say that, you know, if you look at the stats, my top lane's behind, my mid lane's behind, my bot lane's behind, and basically we're behind every single lane, but I'm the only one having like 2 kills. Even I was behind because they actually killed me in the early game. I basically got level 1 cheesed and they got a free kill on me right here, as you can see. And basically, I'll be teaching you guys like how to win and how to get even the moment you're behind and how you can recognize yourself. So let's get straight into it, okay? So, well, first things first, right? If you're behind, okay, and I mean right now I'm not like behind, but at some point we're gonna get behind, okay? My ball is gonna get double killed. My layers are gonna get killed and die as well soon, and it's gonna be pretty cooked, right? So basically, my bot is already cooked, my top lane is not cooked yet, my mid lane is not cooked yet, but everyone's gonna get cooked, okay? So let's just explain just how to play and how to get kills and how to play from behind, okay? So let's start with just like in general how to recognize where the fire is. So when I say recognize where the fire is, pay attention to my top lane, okay? My Jace just came back fresh from a base, so technically he got a cheater base, right? He crashed the wave, and right now Jax is catching the wave in the tower. So as a jungler, you should be thinking, okay, what does this mean for laners? So Jax has now 2 options, okay? Option 1 is like, he, you know, presses B right now, TP's back, but almost no one does this. Jax wants to like slow push this wave with the next wave, and he wants to probably crash the wave and then look for a base. That way, he gets a better base, gets to spend more gold, and he'll be stronger on his base, right? And he can save his teleport. So usually if this is the moment where the Jax wants to push out the next wave, you as a jungler have to think, okay, Jax really wants to crash this wave, and because he really wants to crash this wave, he can't just like not jump on my Jace. Because think from Jax's perspective. Imagine Jace going to hit him, okay? You think he's just gonna like, okay, you can hit me, when I have like every single ability up? Probably not, right? He's probably gonna look to jump in and trade. So as a jungler, you have to recognize where the volatility is. And I know for a fact that he wants to do this, okay? 1, crash the next wave. 2, in this matchup, he needs to jump in. I think you'll almost never see someone like hitting him and him not jumping in, okay? So as you can see here, I'm like right behind him, right behind the vision line, making sure he doesn't see me. And as he jumps in, he's gonna start seeing me. So this is the moment he's like, oh shit, I fucked up. Because now Jace has 3 options, which is flash behind him, E him towards me, or just Q him and slow him, and either way we're gonna reach him, right? But now the moment he gets slowed, as you can see, I'm chasing him down, and he has no more Q to run away. And he uses E as well to jump on the Jace, so he has nothing to survive anymore, okay? So here's how I got 1 kill, despite, you know, my mid lane dying here as well, just now, to a Zoe gank. So, despite being behind, this is a habit you always want to keep having, right? Which is jungle tracking. Every single time you get a kill, most of the times, enemy jungle has 1 turn. And as you can see, I gank top lane here, enemy jungle gank bot lane here. I think my misfortune would have probably been fine, but, well, Elise gets to him, right? Elise flash, EQ him. If it wasn't for Elise, he would have survived. So if you think about it here, okay? I didn't really know Elise started, but if I actually want to play this better in this situation, I could have already, before I showed, ping, hey, misfortune, careful. Because you see how he killed my enemy top laner? He's doing the exact same thing on bot laner. Think from misfortune perspective, okay? It's exactly the same. Corki here has tier longsword. If misfortune doesn't crash his wave, he's kinda cooked. So the enemy jungler sees the exact same thing. Misfortune has to crash his wave. If not, he's gonna have a bad base, and Corki is gonna win any phase. So even if Elise doesn't get the kill here, if he can simply just cancel misfortune base, and make sure he doesn't get the base, he's still gonna lose a lot of farm here. So, because of that specific reason, it's very important to understand what laners see a bit, and what you can do to counter it, okay? And how junglers think and how laners think. If you understand that, it's gonna be easier for you to recognize how to get kills, okay? So, in this small sequence, what did we learn? We learned basically, if a laner has base advantage, laners really wanna crash the wave. And this is opportunities for you as jungler. Of course, you should look at things like, you know, where are the wards before you gank, and go for a gank when I go for last hit, right? stuff like this. But this is just to show you like why kills are happening, and even though you might subconsciously know it, I'm just showing you exactly like why it's happening, okay? So next thing. So basically, well, I just did a full clear. Elise very likely needs the base here, right? You see? So this time I came fresh from a base. And I saw this plants gone here. So I was thinking, okay, maybe Elise is still here. Because think about it. If Syndra's collapsing on the Zoe, and I'm moving like this, the only way for her to survive is if Elise is in the bush here. So here I was aware of that. But I knew that if Elise is still here, that means that she hasn't based yet. So look at how I'm playing now, okay? So now I'm kind of like warding the bush because I'm like, okay, it's kind of saucy, you know? Why is this guy playing like this? And my Syndra's collapsing. So now I see the Elise. I'm trying to dodge the cocoon. He's not throwing his cocoon. Now I dodge the cocoon. And now there's a fight here. He jumped off the plant here. And now Morel's coming and we're going on Zoe here. But you see here how basically I have like a base advantage. And I'm fully aware that Elise might be here. And because of that, I actually got a kill here. So what's the takeaway here basically? Base advantages is really OP. Which is why this is something I explain in my early game course very often. Base timers, knowing what you're playing for, being very efficient. If you're good at doing these things, you are smurfing, okay? But okay, obviously after I kill him, okay, here comes fresh from base. He's farming now too. Because I got a kill here. I think I'm not really down tempo because I already came fresh from base. I just got a free kill. But this is the moment as a jungler where you still have to do the fundamentals, which is that as you're farming, you should know that the enemy jungler is probably gonna do something. So as I'm clearing bottom top here, okay, just think about how long it takes. Just pause the video for a bit and try to think how long it takes for me to clear from here. I'm literally bot side already, okay? From here all the way here. Just think about it, okay? Well, I think it probably takes around 45 seconds, maybe 45 to 50. That's already if I'm here. If I'm not here, I have to run from base. 1 minute, 25-ish, okay? So let's start from 5 minutes, okay? That took me like literally actually 1 minute to just full clear. And you wanna know what's funny? There's already 6 deaths in 6 minutes. So during this whole time, the very important thing what you have to do as a jungler is jungle tracking. So basically right here, as I'm pathing towards top side, I'm now thinking, okay, if Elise goes top lane, can you do something? I should be pinging right now, care. Elise might go top lane. And let's see if I do it, okay? I hope I'm gonna ping here. I hope I'm gonna ping. Come on, ping. Yo. Okay, I didn't ping. And I should have pinged. Because Elise could have been here easily, okay? The fact that I wasn't aware of this means that my jungle tracking, even me by the way, I played this game for very long, is not really good here. So, yeah. You can see here, this is so important because what happens here is that, imagine my Jace dies here, okay? Not only does my Jace die, he probably gives enemy plus 450 gold. The farm he's losing, technically the wave plus XP, is like 600 gold. And not only does the enemy Jono get ahead, enemy top lane gets ahead. And that's really bad for me, because if Jax gets ahead and I'm playing Viego, not enjoyable. So, very often as a jungler, you have to understand 3 things, right? How to generate elite, how to maintain elite, and how to snowball elite. Okay? But I won't be talking about this, but basically, the number 2, how to maintain elite, is something I didn't do well here, okay? Which means that I actually didn't track properly what enemy jungler can do. And I'll be very honest, even if I ping, if your laner's waves are like this, sometimes they might just int anyway. But at least if you can, let's say, make the enemy jungler waste 10-15 seconds time, at least I get tempo, and maybe I can do something else with that. Instead of dying instantly and then him leaving, right? Just something to keep in mind, okay? So as I'm continuing my farming here, okay? This is very important to understand as well. I want you to look now from Elise perspective. So let's go here, okay? What does Elise think right now? Bot lane's winning, I can play for bot lane. My top lane's winning, my mid lane's doing good. Arguably, they probably win top side 3v3. So if you think about it, he's probably gonna play for the grubs, right? But what's the reason he wants to play for the grubs? It's because, hopefully, right? He wins the grubs fight. This is usually how you should think if you're winning. But how should you think if you're behind? And of course, if he thinks he wins the grubs fight and I think I win, then We will see who win, right? Then whoever wins the fight is right, is right, you know? But technically right here, what am I thinking? This is the moment I'm thinking instead of like... I'm gonna ask myself this question if I'm behind, okay? Can I contest the grubs? My answer here is no. Because every single time there's an objective, okay? Usually the enemy jungler will try to go for it. Instead of you thinking, okay, can I fight it? It's more like, okay, the enemy jungler is probably gonna play for grubs because you're behind. Can I fight it? If no, the answer should be trade. So do you see here how my Rel is on the pinging on the way to the grubbies here? So Rel is literally now pinging on the way to the grubbies, you see? On the way. So this tells me he wants to fight for the grubbies. But this tells me he doesn't actually look at the map state and is looking at my top lane is kind of cooked. My mid lane is kind of weak. If you look at my base, my mid lane HP and items probably can't win. So I'm probably here gonna ping my Rel off and tell him, hey, we should go towards the bot side. Because especially in early game, if they're ahead, you don't really want to like fight them. You want to make sure that like you look for a trade and wait for better opportunities. If I go for this fight, the chance of me winning this is very low. So I'm actually not gonna go for it. So instead, I am basically gonna look to go into the bot side here. And I'm gonna make sure that I look for a trade. So as I know he's in top side, okay? Maybe Corki goes aggressive like a donkey here, I can get a kill. Especially if you're behind, okay? You need to understand this. Don't take fights if enemy jungle is around. I'm down to take any fights here now, because enemy jungle's probably top side. What should you do if he's really good and runs to your bot side? That means he's just playing very good. That means you just have to give the Drake and give the Gribs probably, but this doesn't happen in like Master, Grandmaster plus Elo, okay? And below that, you don't have to be too concerned, okay? But yeah, right now as you can see, I'm trying to join his camps here. And I can see here as Zoe's trying to rotate. So because I actually traded, okay, and I'm at the right place at the right time, I can maybe find a pick here. Let's see what happens. We got Zoe Flash as well. So would this have happened in lower elo right here? Probably not. In lower elo, what's gonna happen is that they're like, oh, I just want to fight the Grubbies. Field of Strength important. Let's fight. Nope. Instead, you almost always want to go for the higher chance, because if you actually have good fundamentals and macro, there's always going to be opportunities. But you need to be always at the right place at the right time. How do you do that? Understand if you need to trade or not, right? And base timers, okay? Very key. And just because of this one pick, okay? What happens here is that not only am I feeding myself, if let's say Misfortune is on the lane, this guy takes a bad trade, boom. I can now dive him, and from a losing lane, it becomes now like a slightly losing lane, you know? Yeah, so as you can see, what do I do here next? So, because I got a kill, I know Corki can move, they have mid lane priority, I'm getting out of here. But here, I'm trying to greet for the enemy chickens a bit, as you can see. And let's see what happens. I died here. I do think I died here as well, because, well, my mid lane didn't move. But think like this. Think from lane perspective. If you were Syndra, would you just want to move and drop this cannon wave? This is like at least like 120 gold. And XP. Probably not, right? So, even though this fight on paper looks good, if he actually moves and drops the wave, you should not expect your laners to move. You should not expect it, okay? That's just not a thing, okay? Don't expect it. So, don't expect your laners to move, and because of that, I died here. And look what I ping. This is what you guys are doing too, probably. But I'm pinging him like, yo! But what's the problem here, actually? The problem here, ironically, is that I actually didn't look at all mid lane. Because I remember this game. Here, I just legit saw enemy chickens. And as obvious as it is, right? I didn't see that he had to catch a cannon wave. If I knew about this, I would probably expect him not to come. So I would think here, okay, it's probably me against Yone, and I'm not expecting any backup. If I'm having this mindset, how would I play? I would just play to grab his chickens if possible. If not, I would just run away. But because of that, I basically died here, and you see, I'm even trying to fight here, you know? I'm walking back because I'm like, yo, I want to fuck you up, you know? But what if I just run away and he catches the wave? Perfect. I would just get a Zoe kill. I would just back off, but now I died, right? And these mistakes can happen, but it's important for you to understand why you're dying. It's not always laner's fault. It can be laner's fault, but in this case, he had to catch a wave. Don't expect him to move, okay? Even high low. Even if it's a good fight. Some people will, some people won't, but that's not reliable, okay? So as you can see though, the game state, my mid lane is still a little bit cooked, but not as bad. Top lane, kinda cooked. Bot lane, kinda cooked, okay? So how do I make this game even? I'm currently 2.5k down, okay? So this is a moment where I basically have a defensive mindset. This is very important, defensive mindset. Currently, all I'm thinking about right now is just this, okay? I was gonna play 2x, and I'll show you what I'm thinking right now. I'm just thinking right now, okay, I just wanna farm up. If they go for dive, I'll be there to cover. If they're not doing anything, I'll keep on farming, have defensive wards, and I won't initiate the fight unless I see enemy jungler making top mid play. Because think about it, if enemy jungler is very good, he should just clear top to bot, right? He could easily be around bot side right now. So right now, there's a bot lane fight here, I believe. So here, I'm low-key sweating, but well, Cork's low HP, okay? So we're kinda chilling. But you see the Zoe and Yon moving towards bot side right now? I already had a defensive mindset, which means that if Elise is here, like before I even go in here, okay, because I have no idea where Elise is. I was sweating for my life if she's in this bush, if she's in this bush. I was thinking right now, look, I'm warding in the bush, like, is she here or not? I'm looking at, okay, where's Elise? Here, if I would see Elise here, okay, what would I do here? I'll just get one kill and run away. I can promise you that. But because I didn't see Elise here, I'm like, okay, wait, maybe she's jerking off. Which she is. Now I got a ball opportunity. So Elise is actually not playing for the win condition properly. And now I got a kill, okay? So after I get a kill, very crucial. If you're from behind especially, think, do you need the base or not? I do know I have my item power spike. Even though my camps are up in the bot side, in general, you almost always want to clear your weak side camps, and then go to strong side, and then play bot side, okay? So I'm probably going to do that. However, there's only one camp here, so I'm not going to go for that. So right now, let me charge my mouse. Whatever, I'll charge later. But yeah, anyway, right now basically, I'm just clearing my bot side camps. I still have the same mindset. Defensive mindset. I'm just gonna take my camps. I'm thinking at the moment, what is enemy playing for? If they go for gribbies, I cannot contest it. I know losing 6 gribbies kinda suck, but it's better to lose 6 gribbies than losing 6 gribbies and dying and not being able to cross map, okay? You remember the situation where I managed to kill Zoe here? These opportunities only happen because you're looking for a cross map. These opportunities don't happen if you fight and die here, or like worst case 1-for-1, okay? People are gonna play like donkeys, people are gonna fuck up, and you need to capitalize on that, okay? That's like very important to understand. And if you don't capitalize on that, that means that you're like revenge chasing, and revenge chasing is basically trying to match the enemy and following him. This is like reacting to their plays, and if you react to their plays, you'll never be the one that's initiating, and you don't want that, okay? So, well, based right now, we can see here that they go for the gribbies. Or like they went for a top lane dive here previously, right? And right here, let's go here all the way. So yeah, let's see, back to this point, okay? So right now, basically, I took, well, the kill. And the gribbies are spawning in 1 minute, as you can see. Currently in base, I'm already thinking about these things. What am I playing for? I'm behind, just to clarify, right? I cross map. This means that I should ping my top side to be careful, and I'm gonna look to play around the bot side, okay? Or anywhere where Elise is not. You see, Elise currently is not around mid lane. So I can easily go for this play here on the mid lane. And what's Yon's mistake? Well, Elise just made a play, he's playing aggressive, he dies. So we're just trading kills here. So of course, right now, the gribbies are up, but the difference now is that I actually killed the enemy mid laner. So I can maybe take the gribbies. I see Elise here as well, half HP. So this tells me, okay, I can just start the gribbies here. But instead of starting gribbies here, I'm like waiting here a bit, because I think I did see that top lane could move first. Because I know the top lane can move first. I'm actually doing something, and I call like pushing him off, right? Which is that if I push him off, and then Jace gets the push here, I can now maybe contest the Gribbies. Because look at the situation before. Look at his HP, look at his HP. I know that he might move first, and they don't know if we're on it, okay? So instead of me fighting this area, I'm fighting instead in the top lane. Because this way, we're actually pinstering him. Because think about it. If they try to move to us, okay, but we're moving like this, and we're moving like this. Technically, even if they chase us, we can keep walking up, and always escape. And if this guy fucks up, he can get chunked / killed, okay? So look what I'm doing here, from his POV. He's like, oh wait, hold up. If he gets hit here, I would chunk him harder. But just the fact that Jace can just hit him for free here, and like, I'm just poke him a little bit, you know? This small chunk helps me already a lot. Because now the rules are turned, which is that my Jace can actually move first. But in this situation, sadly, he's Imagine he weren't and Jax is this HP right now, I'll be winning, right? But right now you can see that I'm still a bit skeptic, because my Jace based. Here I saw my Jace based. It is what it is. I'm gonna give it. Like I said, the worst thing you can do is try to fight it when there's like low chance of fighting. Instead, I'm waiting for the next best opportunity. And while he's on it, I'm trying to get tempo and try to do something. And being at the right place at the right time. And now I can see the team going super deep here. So I'm trying to make a play here. There's no play here. Boom, I found a Zoe. Did I expect to kill a Zoe here? No. But simply because I decided to not fight the Drake. Sorry, the Gribbies. And I went to the bot side. I managed to find a kill here. This is only because I understand when to cross map, when not to cross map. You see, I'm not being down bad for objectives. I will fight the objectives if I think I can win. If I think I can't win, I'll wait for next good opportunities. Okay? And here my top and bot is still behind. But you can see here, slowly but surely, my mid lane now is actually even. And / ahead maybe even, right? But you can see here, by simply understanding how to base properly, cross-mapping a little bit, games become a lot easier. And of course, if enemy team plays perfect, you're not gonna win. But you do this over like 100 games, and if you win just like 10 of those extra, right? That's like 10% more, which is really good, you know? And 10 extra net wins instead of losses. You know how much LP that is? Like 10 extra wins, okay? And let's say this is like 10 losses, okay? But instead you got 10 wins, okay? This is like net 20, it's basically like double, you know? Because let's say that you're like 400 LP, and you lose that, you're like 380, right? If you win that, you're like 420. There's like 40 LP difference. Doing this just for 10 games is 400 LP. If you happen to play 200 games in one season, let's say you know how to cross map, that would be like 800 LP. 800 LP would be like, you know, quite a lot of LP. You would go from literally Emerald to like Master. No? Yeah, you would go from Emerald to Master 800 LP, you know? That's how big this is. So just understand how to cross map, and simply like understanding those concepts helps you a lot. And now of course we missed the fight because I was explaining the concept. But basically right here, they're playing for the bot side here. And well, I'm in the bot side here too. And as you can see though here, I'm playing defensive. I didn't initiate this fight. Like they were the one initiating this fight, okay? So I could always decide to like have my misfortune, catch the wave, base, get full HP again, and be just making it hard for them. But right here, Kork fucked up. And because Kork fucked up, I pick up the reset, and I go for a fight here. And now because I go for a fight here, we managed to get a 3-for-1 here. And just like that, now basically from all of this fighting, we're officially only down, what, 400 gold? Right? Which is all the way back from like being behind like, what, 3k gold. And this is in the span from like 8 minutes to 14 minutes. And well, now I just play from even term, right? And I just want to explain most, like especially the early game. Even though I explained only like 14 minutes, right? This took like what, 25 minutes? So you can see like the game is very complicated in a way, but you can like, you know, have better opportunities to do stuff. And hopefully if you learn from this a bit, just how to play from behind, and basically especially having like a defensive mindset, right? Just to, like give a TLDR. And when I say defensive mindset, right, is understanding what enemy wants to do, cross mapping, not taking losing fights, waiting for right opportunities. Okay? And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be uploading probably more of these videos on YouTube in the future. But I hope you guys enjoyed. And I mean, if you liked it, feel free to comment down below what you liked, what you didn't like, or subscribe. I would appreciate that. But I wish you all a nice day and have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, and have a good one, lads. Peace.